What's up guys, today I want to talk to you about the brand new DJI OSMO Action, the first DJI action camera. First of all, I would like to give a massive shout out and thank you to DJI Ferntech for the brand new DJI OSMO Action. Please go check them out. The link to their store is in the description below. Now let's see what we have in the box. Inside, we will find the DJI OSMO Action with a cage, a battery inside of the battery box with a handy place to store the SD cards. You also get two mounts for the OSMO Action with a quick release system. One is flat and the other one is curved, a screw and a USB-C cable. The OSMO Action has 240 frames per second slow motion in 1080p and 4K 60 frames per second, which is really awesome for those slow motion clips in high resolution. One of my favorite features about this camera is the dual screens. You can just double tap and the screen will switch. And specifically for this setup, I love the dual screen because I can switch them and see what I'm filming. Now Rocksteady is the other main feature of this camera. It's actually crazy. I've tested it out in the city. You can have a look at these shots. You can film Rocksteady at 4K 60 FPS, and if you want an even better Rocksteady stabilization, you can film at 2.7K. I don't know what kind of magic DJI has used, but it actually works, and it works well. Rocksteady does crop in on the image, so have that in mind when you are filming. Apart from Rocksteady, there's also a dewarp feature, which allows you to get rid of that fisheye look. And dewarp also crops in a bit on the image, so if you want to get the widest view possible, you will have to turn off dewarp and Rocksteady. So here we have Rocksteady and dewarp off, so this is the widest field of view you're going to get on this camera. This is the same shot with Rocksteady on and dewarp off, and this is a shot of just dewarp on and no Rocksteady. And here is the shot with Rocksteady and dewarp both on. Now there are two color profiles on this camera, one is normal and one is D-Cine-alike. I strongly suggest D-Cine-alike color profile to get the most flexibility in color grading. Now this camera also offers full manual control over the settings, so you can play around with settings like ISO, white balance and shutter speed to get the desired look you want. One of the key features I think every camera should have in 2019 is the ability to charge it with a USB-C port. So at the end of the day when you're running low on power, you can just plug in a USB-C power bank and keep shooting while charging, and even shoot time lapses of a night. Now I'm gonna switch from the GH5 to the DJI OSMO Action. So this is a test of the DJI OSMO Action internal microphone, out in the woods with a little bit of wind. Voice control is a really cool feature. If you mount the camera and you cannot really reach that record button, you just say, start recording. You can also say, stop recording, and shut down. Because this is an action camera, you can actually mount it anywhere you like. We actually went with this camera to a skate park, so check out some of that footage. So you can use chest mounts, you can use head mounts. So many companies have already made so many of these different accessories for the GoPro, so you can basically use the same system and use those accessories for the DJI OSMO Action. Big thanks to those guys for filming those dope shots. Let me know in the comments below where would you mount this camera. I actually mounted this on the DJI Mavic 2 Pro. So if you want to get two shots on a drone, this is the way to do it. And of course, the DJI OSMO Action is waterproof, so let's test that out. The OSMO Action battery performs really well in extremely cold environments. The camera will work in temperatures as low as -10 degrees Celsius, so if you need an action cam for the winter season, the OSMO Action will be your best choice. This camera actually handles low light pretty well. I would say better than the test footage I've seen from a GoPro, so go check that out. Now, this is the first action camera that DJI has come out with, so there are a few drawbacks. So when you're not recording, there's not that much lag, but when you start recording with Rocksteady on, there will be quite a bit of lag on the main screen. Now, for me, this is not an issue because I don't constantly look at the screen. And the last thing is that the image is a little bit over sharpened for my taste, but I'm sure that DJI will come out with a software update that will allow you to change the sharpness level for video. Thanks for sticking to the end. It's already nighttime, as you can see. Please go check out DJI Ferntech store if you want to get your hands on the DJI OSMO Action. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.